AOPDX. Good morning, good morning. Can you set up here? Rare to see me start on time. Love to see it. Alright, let's see if everything going good. My stand has been pretty crappy lately. Might need to get a new one. Alright. Lower this. What's going on over at Balloon Skies? I think we got a crappy claim we gotta muscle through. According to some sources, you are willing to get... What sources have been reporting on these events? Why was it newsworthy that someone had a report on it? Is what I'm asking. Then again, the news these days, it's wild. I feel like anyone who tries to follow American news will go insane. Because, like, if you think about it, there's 8 billion people in this world. And if the news is reporting on only, like, the most unusual stuff, or stupid crap, there's a lot of stupid stuff that happens with 8 billion people, right? Alright, Sparky just gonna go in. I don't know why I'm sweating so hard on a base like this. Just drop down your troops. Call it a day. Giant this. Tell something about your life. Well, I currently run the #1 Clan Capital clan in the raid weekend. If you didn't know, that's pretty surprising. Though there's really nothing too much crazy that actually happens in my real life. Like these days, I wake up at 4:30 a.m. and then I get home at like 6:20ish in the evenings, Monday to Thursday, because my commute's really freaking bad, and I work 4/10s. So I have 10-hour shifts. But I also get to see my coworker Donald Trump every single day. He's down the street from me where I work. We're basically best friends. Trying to get him to pass a law to give us CH11, but it hasn't been working. We've been on pretty bad terms recently. I don't know why. He's been ignoring all my texts. Alright. So Sparky's basically done here. I don't know why I waited for this out. Let's force quit. Go next. Again, what's your job this time for real? Basically, my job is a government desk job where I buy vehicles. And that's literally what it is. I buy cars and trucks mainly for the government. So basically, the federal government and most governments around the world, they have like a really annoying process for buying stuff to like prevent corruption or whatever. I know, saying preventing corruption in the modern American age will get you laughed at, but that's basically the goal. So we want to avoid corruption by having like a very stringent process when it comes to buying stuff. And you need to like do a bunch of paperwork and crap to make sure you're all above board. So basically that's what I do. I do that for cars. So you do hear quite a bit about stuff going on in the car industry and what I work as. Like, I will hear stuff about Ford and like the big three. So like the US has like big three car manufacturers. And like you'll hear stuff about Ford being all depressed about how China's eating their lunch these days. It's actually kind of depressing being someone who's working in the buying American cars, because you just see how far behind our country has gotten, and it's not getting any better because recently the big three, like Ford, GM, Stellantis, they got a big pay package because the Supreme Court reversed the tariffs. So like one of the biggest people that were affected by tariffs were the car manufacturers. So they got a big pay package in Q2, or I think that's Q1 of 2026. And they're just using it for stock buyback instead of like actually getting their shit together finally. Cars like BMW, Pagani, and Bugatti, no. The government usually buys a lot of Fords and like cheaper cars. So like I typically work with trucks, ambulances, and the like. And Ford is like one of the cheapest brands, so it's a lot of Ford stuff. 115p, okay. Luxury brands are something that the government never buys, really. I don't know any time we've ever bought BMWs. I will say though, if you are trying to buy luxury cars, this is like the worst market to buy them in. Like, no one is buying luxury cars in this current economy, and you'd be crazy to do so, especially if you have to like finance your car. The only reason why you would be buying a car right now, I would say, is you need it to get to work, and that is definitely the case in the US, where the public transportation is awful in most cities and non-existent in rural and suburban areas. So if you do need a car to get to work, you don't really have a choice there. But other than that, there's very little reason to buy cars or anything right now when everything feels like it's at its very peak in pricing. Like, same goes for homes. I also have like a real estate license because my mom just made me get one for whatever reason. And like, this is the worst time to buy homes as well. Is bulletproofing on Trump's car not working properly? And if he gets hurt, would you be blamed for it, Sen? No, I would not. But just a funny story though. One of the things that I was in charge of buying, I'm not going to go into too many details because I don't know what I am and am not allowed to say. But like, one of the things that I had to go buy was like cars for ICE. So like ICE is Immigration Customs Enforcement, pretty controversial agency in the news recently. And one of the things that you might have seen in the news is like they have infinite budget as part of like the big beautiful bill. So they have as much money to spend on anything they want. So they are splurging on cars and whatnot. Whoever bought the cars for ICE, I wasn't the one in charge of this project, but whoever was, they didn't realize that everyone hated ICE, and like they ordered cars with like the ICE logo painted on the side. And so when the vehicles got to the dealerships, they just all got vandalized. I'm like, I feel like you should have seen that coming, but I guess here we are. Sen got Kennedy killed. I mean, whoever ordered those ICE vehicles, I think they probably hated ICE themselves. Because there's no way you thought it was a good idea to paint a giant ICE logo on the side of your vehicle, put it in public on display, because like usually when we're delivering cars, we'll put them on dealerships for the government to pick up. So like if you put them on the dealership, anyone can see them. That was so dumb. Whoever ordered that must have hated them. Alright, we'll go to Sen 13 and then, wait, which one's 15 then 20? Sure. Alright, and then double graveyard here. The one thing that's so annoying about max bases is you can't really force quit them easily. Wish you could. And I don't think what got Kennedy killed was his car, right? Like, I think he just got killed because the roof of his car was open, so he could like wave around, and like the security was bad. Is stream lagging? Hopefully that resolves itself. If not, I'll look towards fixes. Sometimes there's like minor lag spikes, especially recently. I don't know what it is. Like the weather hasn't been bad, but I've been losing power at my house. I don't know what my internet provider's been doing, but that's Verizon in a nutshell. All right. Good enough. Let's go to send 15. But in general though, like I'm not in charge of like saying this has to go into the car or like the requirements. Wait, what is this clan? I'm just in charge of like buying it at the end. So like if something goes wrong with the president's car, like I wouldn't be blamed for it or anything. Why am I getting pinged for this? Or is this the wrong clan? I don't know. Let's go to send 20. Did I already play in this clan? It's a slow day, I'll make an exception. Do I want to make an exception for this crap though? Whatever, let's go Golem. Someone took peek? Okay. Classic Pink Frogs Gaming. This is like a brutal one to hit. Still go for it? Still go for it. And just freeze double Inferno. It's not like the worst kind of peaks. The worst kind of peaks are when like the trash buildings are guarding the defenses. But this one, the defenses, you know, there are trash buildings inside, but especially like this bottom corner, you can hit defense after defense with your Golem. So it's manageable. Barb here. Okay, there are zap traps out here. The barbs from the zaps don't actually, or the barbs from the rams don't actually trigger the traps, but the bigger barbs do. My dog has started to cry downstairs. If he's crying a lot, I'll bring him up. Oh no. Block Rider here. Oh, there's a Tesla. Yeah, I think this is just... This one's looking bad, and the dog is upset. Yeah, so this one's like real bad. We gotta just eye dragon for this Inferno. Alright, let's go grab the dog. The dog is being annoying. Ah! Alright, you better behave now. You rat. Alright, let's see. Is this possible? Probably not. Why is he just got a random boner over Oh no. Anyways, he just like stands in front of this or sits in front of the stairs and then starts barking, so you let him up. He can climb them himself, but he's too lazy these days. Yeah, this is not remotely possible. I only get pinged for crap like this. What was this one? Yeah, like I never get pinged for stuff like this anymore. Let's go to 1012. DC Peak. DC, more internet DCs, really? I'm just gonna pass on these. I don't know this one. This is an internet peak and it's like an internet DC, you can have it. I'll pass. Let's go with Balloon Skies 20. You did something bad in BS? Emergency? Oh no. Did you miss this jump? Alright. So we're gonna have to have haste, otherwise you're gonna time fail, and I think you need a rage in the middle here. Otherwise, you don't have enough to get through this. Hopefully Rams go forward. I think they do. If they don't, it's probably just cooked. Alright, you start on this side towards the right. Bro, you got like 5 defenses. How? You got a hive, you got that. Okay. Brother, what have you done? Alright, we'll do this, maybe 2 giants. Well, clean up on aisle 3. Barb, chip that down. Unfortunately, Sparky's gonna get splashed over there. Is that a slow Sparky? Well, it's not a fast one by any means. Oh, that's a slow Sparky. Alright. Alright, 2 shots there. Barb, chip this down. 2 bars for this Tesla. Spark took a lot of damage. What? Oh my god. Really? Oh gosh, that hurt. We got double zapped. And Rams don't go forward anymore. Ouch. Yeah, I think we fail. Spark gets double zapped. That's so unlucky. Yeah. That's a hard finish. That's a hard one. Alright, this man, you are never hitting with a jump spell ever again. If there's a jump spell in your army, take it out. Ah, darn it. Yeah, there's no point in jumping this outer wall. think your Sparky actually just goes around on the bottom side. Rip. That's a little too hard. Let's take a look at Golden Quarry. Let's grab this. Before he has to hit another one. Another one of those. Alright, let's go with Graveyard here, and then Graveyard here. Honestly, you can just spam this. You don't have to be like super precise or anything. You will be back June 1st. Planning to do at least 70 accounts first week. The max is 50 accounts per clan. Where else do you play? Sir Falcon. All right. This should be good. Burnout incoming. I don't know anyone who's ever sustained 70 accounts. Like for a little time I might have done 60, but even 60 felt like a lot. Although I think a lot of my hits that I do are harder to plan. Alright, I'll have 3 hits going to the peak. Surely we don't 4-shot this peak. Okay, so it looks pretty doable. Or I can just grab this bonus real fast. We can Frost on the Blast Bows, and then Disco Miners, probably. Why not 69 accounts? Why not 67? Ha 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 ha. I'm hip with the kids. I still don't get the 6-7 memes. Like, why are kids so into it? Most memes are kind of, you know, gated to a small age range. But like, for some reason, the 6-7 meme, if you go into an elementary school, all the kids know it. I don't get it. For some reason, it transcends like multiple generations. And it's the dumbest thing ever. Alright, heal here. That should be good. Anshu quit COC. I don't know if he I think he plays a little bit of Raid Weekend. He mainly plays competitive. I don't think he quit, unless he quit in the past like 24 hours. Vic X, Victory Hunter, Balloon Skies, and one Ukrainian clan you don't know the name. Wait, you play at a clan you can't even say the name of? What the? So Sparky, I think we want to start over here and then try to work. I think I calculated this out earlier. I want to work my way left. You need a lot of rams on a base like this. Pretty big wizard bomb. Son, basketball math, the score was 6-7, so the kid did the 6-7 gesture and the rest, and the reel got viral. From then, this rap is going viral. I see. But like, what was so special about it to begin with? Am I just like too old to understand the humor behind it? I feel like I'm getting old. I'm no longer hip with the kids. If we can get the cart, that'd be amazing. Nice. That's what I was hoping for. That's why I used some more barbs on the left to try to fish for the cart. Because the cart is really annoying for Sparky. It does so much damage. Alright, we're going to start Sparky on the air defense. Alright, she goes towards the mortar. It's fine. Alright. Oh, gosh. Mistimed it a tiny bit. Alright, we got some damage on the Inferno, which is what I was hoping for. We didn't get that last shot on the multi-cannon because we ended up killing it, but we got pretty much everything we wanted, especially with the card kill. This is a very good first hit. You've hit 70 earlier for a month, but only force quits to unlock minor. Yeah, I think it's a lot easier to do a lot of force quits if you're not doing peaks and stuff. You're just like doing 10x force quits. Although even 300 10x force quits takes an hour or two, right? Yeah, you can rage down this Inferno Tower now. Or you can just frost this rocket artillery to make a wizard bomb easier. Tesla pops inside the range of the wizard bomb, so that's actually good for me. And then we'll start with this. Maybe you want minions for the giants. It's also going to be good for cleanup. Maybe one of this. Frost these. Maybe save like a rage for the backside. You don't really need a rage for the backside, I think, though. So we could also use the rage on the Inferno. We'll play it by ear. Sparky finish, though, is definitely the call. We're gonna go 6 barbs because we have minions for the giant anyways. And we're just gonna frost these defenses, not because we have to frost them, but it'll make our lives easier, especially the rocket artillery for the wizard bomb. Oh, that blaster was just about to shoot. Very good timing on the zap. Zaps reset the defenses. And at this point, we just chill on the Sparky. Probably don't even need this last rage. 2 shots in the mortar takes that out with the multi-cannon. And we're just shopping on the outskirts of the base. Barb chip down this wizard tower. Let's also use this last rage, because why not? Where's Sparky? Oh my god. That was vile, what my Sparky just did. Oh my god, she got rule of 3'd so hard there. Oh, she dies? Oh wait, hold on. We have enough barbs, right? Yeah, I think we do. Sparky, I just want you to know that was putrid. Oh, we're getting... Oh, crap. There's a lot of zaps back here. Hold on. Anything in the corners? No. Alright, let's send the barb here. I guess all the zaps are over here on this side. We hit 2 with the barbs, 1 with the Sparky. The goal is to beat SP Failure and become all-time best. If your goal is to beat Blackwing, you've got a tall order ahead of you. What Blackwing does can't even be considered attacks anymore. What he does is just simply art. Sen, Sparky is a he or a she. Sparky is a she. I don't know if it says it in this description. No. But in the Clash Royale description, Sparky is called a she, and that's where she originated from. Rough, man. Past few clans have been giga bad. Maybe this is one-shottable. Is it? You can't directly target the blast, though. Alright, let's try the default strat. And we're gonna adjust a little bit towards the end. But it's gonna be tough. How is it a she? Cause she's fat and clunkily cause she's fat and clunky like your mom. That was uncalled for. I'm sorry. Wizard is full HP, that's good. We need to hold on to as many troops as possible here. Giant. Reach here. Ram. Modify default, yeah. It's not the worst modification, but it's gonna be hard because it's maxed. I'm sorry guys, I'm stressed out when I see clans like these. It makes me vulgar. Wait, what? Oh, they moved the blast bow 1 tile close. Oh crap, and they moved the Teslas. Oh no. Oh no. The blast bow shot at the barbs because it was 1 tile closer. Oh crap. Yeah, this was actually brutal. This was a brutal change actually. Ouch. Yeah. No! Man, the YouTube algorithm is really sensitive to like rainbow and gay and stuff like that. I'm seeing a lot of censor messages there. I don't even think this is 750 now that I look at it. Yeah, with reflectors there, it's hard to get 750. At least the bars will pull the zaps in the district hall. Okay, let's take a look at any of the other bases. Is Builder's Workshop doable? No. Golden Quarry? Bro, seriously? These guys are the worst. These guys are actually the worst. Alright, we're spamming these. clans who do this will not be admitted entry upon the gates of heaven. I've said this before, if you move one defense and then one trap on your default layout, which makes the default one-shot impossible, God will reject you upon the hollowed gates inside the clouds. Alright, we'll do this and just hope that the miners can take care of this. Sometimes you just need to go 10x to make your day better. It's either 21 or it's either 2k, cancer, or a max. Yeah, we had some good clans at the start of the raid weekend, but not any since we started the stream. So that sucks. I think it's better. I would rather deal with like the crappy clans on Friday, because these are not fun to hit on stream. They're very hard to force quit. Well, this one's probably not as hard because this is like darn near default. But you can never one-shot them. Like if this was lower level, I would actually try to one-shot these bases, but it's maxed, so it's absolutely cooked. Like if these were lower level clans, sure, but like they just have to be totally max. Alright, might need to be a little bit careful. Alright, okay, we might need to be a lot more careful. Hold on. Alright, we only lost one. And now we get to the heal and Chi-Chi. The dog might be the problem here. Alright, Wizard Valley. Yeah, they moved the Infernos in. That's not a doable mod. How far do you plan your Sparky chains? Like, do you account for Teslas? Not really. I account for Teslas if it's like I know these Teslas are here, so if I was doing a Sparky attack, I would expect that the Teslas are there. But for completely modified bases, like, no, you can't really claim for that. Let's just double heal in here. Sun uses observation hockey. Yeah, usually you can play Teslas on the fly. You just place a barb on it to make sure that you don't have to do 2 chains on it, or sometimes you just get the Sparky kill for free when it's behind another defense that it can be chained off of. So there's some, it works out sometimes very nicely. That Wizard Valley was doable. Nah. If it's doable, you can take it, but I'm not trying any of these. I don't think it was. The Inferno placement was cancer. Let's do this. I mean, I can take another look, but it looked immediately bad to me. Pull that sap. Unless you go into the clan to see the traps and Teslas. Yeah, I'd never do that though. Maybe it was. Yeah, maybe it actually was. This is hard to deal with, though. Not in the mood to try stuff like this right now. Just in general, though, max Wizard Valleys are hard to deal with, even if they're just a little bit changed. The Inferno Tower changes are the main ones that will get you. I don't see the fast play to spam this. Let's go with the OG Wizard spam strat. I'm bored. This is a bad idea to do, by the way. You should never be using this attack in the raid weekend. But sometimes Sen gets bored. Barb Camp doesn't have many bombs, so as long as you can deal with like the splash defenses you can see, usually it works out pretty good. Like this strat gets used in competitive, but most competitive strats are just not good in the raid weekend when Sparky exists. Those giants are beefy, bro. They're beefy boys. Yeah, it kind of worked out. Get the bomb tower too. Not the worst. Sen, which accounts as a major sin failing at Wizard Valley default or a BL default? I've seen so many Balloon Lagoon fails, I don't even worry about it at this point. People say it's 100% and then they always fail at Balloon Skies. Although Wizard Valley is really bad to fail. At this point, you should be close, if not at 100%. The only thing that can go wrong on Wizard Valley is like the core. It still might be a little bit weird depending on fast barbs and stuff like that. Let's put this up. Alright, we are playing this sloppy, by the way. Oh my god, I didn't even reset the RA. Yeah, it's fine. Take a look at what's over at Sen 20. Wait, Sparky wraps back into the rage. That's pretty funny. Okay. Nothing in the corners. Hello, Sushi. Your connection is unstable. Sure, that was totally connection issues. That was totally connection issues. Alright, let's see what's over at Sen 15. Wait, no, Sen 20. What's over here? Sure. You can try some of these. Barrels, giants. It's level 4, which is good. If you can connect the ramp into this bomb tower, you can get the one shot over here. And then you want to deal with the Inferno Tower with a barrel here, then the other Inferno Tower with a barrel as well. Maybe a Hog Rider on this Crusher? No, there's a Rocket Artillery covering. Let's try this. Ram here, haste here. Log, ouch. That hut survived, so we have to spend another barb here. I don't love that. Guess they'll still check for any Teslas. There could still be a Tesla before the Crusher. Alright. And I'm holding on to the graveyards because I don't want to get air Larrys. I just want to get the ground Larrys once I move into the core. We do a ram to tank for the cannon as well. Oh, jeez. Okay, good thing one of the barrels tanked for the other ones. Larrys will chip down the Inferno Tower for a kill over there. I want to ram towards the right side because I want Sparky to take this angle towards... towards the defenses and not towards the left-hand side and get flanked by the Inferno sooner than she has to be. Take out the Rocket Artillery, please. Okay, good. Inferno is getting flanked by the Larrys. If it goes down, we'll be looking great. Do I want to chip down the Spear Thrower? I think we do. I have 3 rams. Sparky cleans top side. I want to barb chip down this Crusher, and that will relieve any time issues. Ram here. If you drop the ram too far to the left, you'll trigger some bombs that are typically over there on a ruin like this. So we'll do last ram for the Rocket Artillery as well. This will keep the barbs alive, so they'll take out the Fortress Hut. Anything in the corners? Nope. Barb here, and we are good. How do you decide barrels or hogs on non-default? Is it just intuition build on time? Like, bottom here, I went with a barrel because I saw that my Sparky was gonna hit this Crusher outside of range of all these defenses, and then it'll also kill the bomb tower. If these two are gone, then there's no splash. We can go barrel here. Even though there was a bomb, the Inferno Tower kills one of the barrels early, and that one barrel triggers the bomb for the rest of the Larrys to stay alive. And then I also go another barrel on the left side because I know I can tank this Rocket Artillery while I'm entering with Sparky here. As long as I avoid this Crusher by dropping the barrel here, we're good. Heck, my mom came in because she wanted the dog. She stole the dog. Anyways, yeah, so you barrel here and here because there's no splash, and they're good at locking down Inferno Towers. If you can directly target the Inferno Tower, you can usually go with the Hog Rider instead because it's safer, it's less vulnerable against the traps. But like this Inferno Tower, you can never get a Hog Rider on it. There's too many defenses in the way. He's being taken. He's getting a shower, okay? He might be back. We might put him back once he's all clean. But yeah, that's what goes into that decision. I usually go with Hog Riders because they're safer, but sometimes barrels are good. Like here, I kind of like barrel instead of Hog Rider when it can also take out these trash buildings. So So we'll do a barrel on the blast bow, barrel here. Man, these defenses are weird, but... Ooh. And this giant cannon's covering the multi-cannon. Alright, this is probably okay. Like, we have a chance here if we play this well. But we have to ram towards the left early just because we need to tank that giant cannon. We have like a average Sparky, which you're really hoping for a good Sparky on a base like this. We pull a zap there. That giant cannon is also covering those defenses, so we can't sneak in a bar for that spear. Also Tesla pops anyways. Alright. Think we want to chip down this crusher still. Might be a little weird with the spear. But because we're wasting another Sparky chain on that spear and there's nothing I can do there, I definitely want to take this crusher out without wasting another chain if possible. Barb here in the core to help out. Blast bow survives a little longer than I would have liked and stalls my Sparky. That wizard tower is very annoying, but you can at least chip down this Tesla. And hopefully the Barb can chip down the wizard tower for one shot. It doesn't. We have... Oh no. District Hall's choking my deployment, so we're gonna have to barb the top side instead. Let's barb chip down this air defense. Minute on the clock. We have 5 rams, so quite a few rams. We can use 1 ram to pull this sap and bomb. The spam's still tanking for Sparky a little bit. Am I supposed to absorb this? No. I think I want to chip down this cannon so we can accelerate into the spear. Okay, that saves 1 chain. Oh, this is so close. Did we get it? Yo, we played this so good. I think we got it. Yes! We got it. Very clean. GQ is... So the annoying thing about GQ, when there's a cannon here, or like a defense in this position, if you start Sparky here, it'll take out the mortar and then go towards the middle here. You can work with it, but it's just a little bit... You have to know that it's coming. Otherwise, it'll take you by surprise, and it wrecks you. I think we still want an Eye Dragon, even if Sparky's going to get pulled over here, because it'll help speed up the kill on the blast bow and the rocket artillery. And then we'll double graveyard middle. We can ram barb this sphere thrower. The barb's going to get zapped on this air defense, but the barb's inside should hopefully take out the air defense so the Sparky doesn't have to go there. We're not going to zap this air defense, so we'll have to deal with this blast bow. But we really need the graveyard, so we can't zap. So do this. Still bring an Eye Dragon. Do you need any barrels here? I don't think you do. I do not think you need any barrels. But it might be nice for this cannon section back here, so we'll bring one. Let's go with this. And I fully expect Sparky to go towards the middle here. Yep. That's an interaction you do need to know. Eye Dragon will tank the Blast Bow as well as ship down the Blast Bow for a one-shot from Sparky. It also tanks the Rocket Artillery afterwards, pretty cool. Clean so far. I don't think you can actually barb this air bombs without getting hit by the blast bow. So we take quite a bit of damage. Over here we have two giants. Ram barb. Oh, the ram actually pulls this up. I didn't know you could do that. Okay, we avoid one rocket artillery shell, that's big. So we'll only get hit by two of them. Oh, that's still a lot of damage. We'll use two rams here to help with cleanup. Okay. It's close. Ram here. Please don't get another shell on me. Please. Ow! That mortar can't shoot at me anymore. Oh gosh. Please don't hit my Sparky. Okay, it didn't hit my Sparky. I think we're good. We can't even let a bomb hit Sparky anymore. No, 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 no! We got him, boys. Take him down, take him down. What about Wizard Valley? Take him down. Alright, this one's cooked though. This is straight cooked. Let's go back to Balloon Skies. I don't know how many attacks I have left at Balloon Skies. I think got like 10 to 15 accounts left. How many accounts do we gotta do? Around like 13 when you consider all the accounts that are unfinished. Balloon Skies has its peak open. We have this, and this, all wizard chainable. The dragon is in the corner here, isolated, meaning you don't actually have to kill it. I would love to take out this blast bow in the first hit, but if you take out this blast bow, you don't get any important... You get the blast bow, you get two cannons, but you get like nothing else. I think it is just better to go from the front section here, where you can get all these crushers, cannons, and whatnot. We'll frost here. I think it makes a lot of sense to just start at the very front. And I think it's actually better to start on the spear thrower on the flank to avoid some of the damage. Frost on both of these. We'll get the giant cannon kill here as well. Okay, yeah, it's definitely worth starting Sparky on the front. We'll just avoid killing the dragon altogether and just go with a Sparky star here to kill these point defenses. I think it makes too much sense. And we'll need a lot of barbs to deal with that cannon cart. Maybe two giants. Not sure how I want to finish this, but if we can get the rage spell on the peak, I think we're looking solid. Could even greed the frost, but I think it's probably not worth doing that. Let's go with this. But yeah, this is a tough one. These have been really hard. I can hear my mom trying to give the dog a shower. He hates water, man. He's not having it. Oh, really? That log resets my Sparky? That's rough. I just take, like, so much damage just from that interaction. Okay. Oh my, Sparky, what the fudge was that? Good God. Please go for the mortar, alright. I can live with that. Sparky though, oh my goodness gracious. One more shot maybe? No. Please kill the Inferno. Kill it? Okay, we kill it. Tesla pops, which might mean the other Tesla's behind the peak as well. I don't think I have a great way to deal with that. Unless we want a golem on this right side, which doesn't look too bad actually. And then like freeze both Teslas. We'll need to tank this Blasto somehow. 4 wizards on the peak. My spells are great for the second attack. Definitely want to finish with golem. And then try to deal with the dragon by not killing the post at all. So just like kill it at the very end. We're at 27%, so golem is risky, by the way. It's very, very risky. I have an idea though. We're gonna use some hasted barbs on the outside to try to speed things up. A couple of ramps just to tank this blast bow, and then hopefully we can just make it work. Alright. Frost here, this. I'm hoping that we can keep the golem around the inner ring. Barb here. There still could be a Tesla. I think yeah. But that Tesla wasn't actually in wizard chain range anyway, so I guess it's fine. So bars have done great so far. Can't complain about them. The main issue is the 2 minutes on the clock. I think we have to use the rest of our barbarians to make sure the golem doesn't have to go to the 12 o'clock side. If golem goes to 12, I think it's just Jover. Ooh, bar stake out the cannon. Bro, there's no way. Oh crap. I thought golem was going down. Oh my goodness, my golem calcs have been so bad. Darn it. That's the fatal mistake. No. Hello, Battles. You were asleep and so much happened? Well, you're here just in time for the send fail. I think it was going to be close even if golem doesn't go up, but like this is just so over if it does. Yeah, that's rough. Hard base, hard base. Matchmaking has not been very forgiving at Balloon Skies this week. Alright, let's go with Zap here and just... No! Also, Battles, isn't it like 9 p.m. your time? Why were you asleep? Do you sleep during the day and then wake up at night? Do this. Send the Griefer. I don't know. I don't know if I had it regardless, but it was definitely over once Golem went topside. I think that was just bad luck, to be honest. It looked like... It looked like the bottom buildings were closer, but I guess not. Tough. Alright, let's hope for a good clan though, finally. Can we finally get a good clan on stream? Please. It's 6:30 p.m. Wait, if it's 6:30 over at Battles time, why are you sleeping? Or were you napping? How many accounts do we got left? We got 11. Alright, this should be pretty easy to finish off. But yeah, man. Max. Bro, 4 max clans on stream in a row. Another maxed. Wait, this is... Okay, Balloon Lagoon down is good. Maybe Wizard Valley is doable. Oh, this is really hard. Can you let Sparky beat through this wall? 4 shots? Probably not. Actually, maybe you can. Double barrel, minions. Probably gonna do minions left, double barrel towards the right to take this all out. It's pretty common to get evening nap over in India. I take naps when I don't have to, like, on like weekends when I don't have to work, but I don't typically take naps on the weekdays. Well, mainly because it's work, get home, sleep for me. Alright, we have to let Sparky beat through this wall so we can have enough rams. We'll rage at the start here. It'll get this giant cannon chain and the multi-cannon spear. Then Sparky will take out both these wizard towers and this wizard tower. These chains are amazing. If Sparky targets the spear thrower and not this multi-cannon, we're looking solid. Inverter towers are level 4, so you can zap down with the rage chain, and then we'll just do second rage probably around on the spear thrower. And that'll cover my Sparky for most of it. Hopefully the chains are decent towards the backside, but we don't have too much control over it anyways. 8 barbs is probably not a lot, but let's hope. Oh crap. I meant to drop Sparky, not that, but I guess it's fine too. Just take like some damage and we got some barbs to clear some trash. It's okay. Yeah, we take a lot of damage on that giant cannon, though I didn't have to. We'll see if it ends up biting us. Wait, Sparky's locked onto by the left spear? That's unlucky. Alright, that was a good zap. But we have like no more rams. Oh no, we're out. Oh, how do we deal with this? Oh no, and that one Tesla. You rats. Bro. I hate these people. I hate them. I hate them with a burning passion. 4 to 6 hour nap. I can't nap for that long. Usually when I nap, I don't set an alarm, but I automatically wake up in about an hour. Especially during the summers when like the sun is out, it's kind of hard to nap because it's so bright in the afternoon. And so I usually like put the blanket over my head and I just sleep under my blanket. Although sometimes it gives me breathing problems, I feel like. Like I wake up and I'm like gasping for air. So basically I'm just suffocating myself under the sheets. Alright, this didn't work out. They had some cursed Teslas. Just hate when there's a Sen and AJ stream at the same time. Battles, are you into Builder Base? Oh wait, what am I doing? Let's just do Goblin Mines and wait, Goblin Mines is cooked too. Huh. Well, that's not good. I think we have to rage chain this giant cannon, right? Alright, let's try this. Non-default Goblin Mines are always very hard. We'll try to raid chain giant cannon in this. And then maybe like have a wizard to clean up all the mess. What position do you guys sleep in? I sleep on my side, usually on my left shoulder. Or I sleep on my back, but that's kind of rare. I don't sleep... I used to sleep on my belly, like face plant on my bed, which was kind of weird. All my friends told me I was like a serial killer. At least that was a sign. I don't do that no more. I cannot get a break on a fast Sparky. Wait, I have to kill this, I have to kill this Spear Thrower because it will ruin my chain if I don't. Okay. Oh no, the wizard. He's not cooperating. No, the Crusher's gonna kill the wizard. Ah, hell nah. Ah, if the wizard was just a little bit better. Ah. Really, the Crusher kills the wizard? That's cursed. Man, that wizard sucked. It's so hard to keep the wizard alive in a position like that. Darn it. Man, if Sparky was healthy, maybe. Oh, They did this with Teslas again. It was cooked. I always sleep on my belly, wrapping around with blanket. Not gonna lie, belly is definitely the most comfortable position. The only thing about sleeping on your belly is that breathing's kind of weird, because like you have to move your head to the side, or you have to accept that you're getting mushed into your bed sheets, and it's gonna be hard to get oxygen. So I used to sleep on my belly, and then I would rest on the left side of my face. And the reason I used to do that was because I slept really early. Like, I would sleep at 8 p.m. and sometimes in the summer, the sun would still be out in the summer. So I kind of did that to avoid the lights, as well as, I don't know, the belly just felt comfortable at the time. But I just can't do it anymore. Like, I don't like having to stretch my neck and like sleeping on the side of my face. I just adjust my head to the side. Yeah, I'm not used to that anymore. You kind of have to stretch a little bit, and I got used to just sleeping on my side and then just having the blanket over me. Honestly, right now you're not doing anything related to COC. Okay. A lot of Indians play Clash of Clans, but like I see a lot of them quit because they have to study and stuff. Are you kind of in the studying mode and then you just have like my stream or AJ's stream on the side as you work? Because I've done that in the past as well. Like I'll stop playing a game, but I'll still watch some of like the content about the game for whatever reason. It's just like a way to pass time for me. For example, I used to play Hearthstone. It was a game that my friends and I would play back in middle school. Was that middle school or high school? I think it was late middle school when it first released and Hearthstone was like really big. But I would still like watch some of the content even when I quit. I breathe with nose most of the time. So I kind of naturally breathe with my mouth. And the reason I stopped doing that was because I consciously realized that that's kind of bad for your long-term health, so I've gotten used to breathing through my nose. But like when I was a kid, I always breathed through my mouth. But I heard it leads to like health complications later in life, so I was like, you know what, let's lock in on the breathing. Who is Sen asking right now? I'm asking you, Battles. You said you're watching me and AJ, but you don't play any Clash of Clans. Like, do you plan to come back after exam season, or is this just like a chill way to pass time? Breathing with nose is better if you know you know. Not sure where you're going with that one. But like when you breathe with your mouth, you can't really smell anything, right? Like sometimes you can taste the air if it's like really bad, but what is this? Huh. Well then. That's an interesting base. Looks close to yellow print if the dragons weren't at the very front. Better for jawline? Is breathing with your nose better for jawline? Get one-shot compilation again. Yeah, I think my latest video on one-shots is almost 2 years old now, so we might need to refresh that. We can. We could absolutely do that. Golem can go very wrong here. You could also just do archers and just, you know, YOLO. Yeah, I was considering doing archers, but nah. We're gonna do slow. We're gonna do a slow golem, and so he doesn't surge ahead too fast. And then just tank the last Inferno and we're good. I used to be a mouth breather and my doc recommended me mewing before mewing was a thing. I don't know what mewing is. No super chat. So I disable ads on my stream by turning off monetization. If you turn off monetization, you can't receive super chats either. I mean, I would turn on like super, what's it called on YouTube? Like super members. I would turn that on and like super chats on if I could do that without the ads, but I just find the YouTube ads to be horrible. Well, not specifically YouTube, but like during streams, ads are such a pain while I'm watching that I just don't do them for mine. Definitely much better for your face size and jawline. Is breathing through your mouth not good for jawline? I feel like when you're breathing through your mouth, you're like lifting your jaw a lot, right? How could breathing through your nose be better? I don't get that. All right. I don't want to finish with miners here because there's triple bomb tower over there. I don't want to deal with that. Okay, all the bombs over there. Okay. They trapped this bottom side for some reason. Alright, should be good. Sen would be twerking for Indian rupees. What's the conversion rate of rupees to USD? Isn't it really bad? And I also don't know how YouTube handles like foreign currencies. If it like automatically exchanges them, because you can't use anything besides a dollar in the US. No place would accept anything else. Besides like crypto and stuff. Mewing is just crap done by the looks maxing community. Yeah, I don't know any of the terms. I just know that the looks maxing community is really messed up. Like it has people doing steroids, peptides, and like beating their jaw to like look a certain way. Breathing through mouth is bad for lungs and face, like the chin and overall face growth, and makes your face look weirdly big compared to the rest of your body. I see. Like the only times I breathe through the mouth these days is when like I'm after like a workout and I'm like super tired, I'm like gasping for breath. But other than that, I'm pretty used to breathing through the nose at this point. 1 USD is equal to 94 to 95 rupees. Okay, so a rupee is like a cent in the US. It used to be that the Japanese yen was like the US cent, but like that's not the case anymore. Like the Japanese yen is now super weak compared to the US dollar. And all of my coworkers are going to Japan now. I think like 2 of them have been in Japan for the past couple of weeks. So maybe when the Indian rupee becomes weaker, everyone's gonna start vacationing to India. The owner of the biggest looks-maxing site is chopped as hell. What does that mean? Chopped as in how? Is his face like super cartoonishly chiseled or whatever? Battles has a vegetable cutting jawline. Yeah, he's been breathing through his nose long enough for a perfect Indian jawline. Indian rupes is already weak. TF, you mean? No. Okay, if the Indian rupee is so weak, why is no one going to India? Everyone's only going to Japan right now. Like, I swear all of my coworkers are going to Japan now. It started a couple months ago, and it's gone even more rampant. Is it that even if India is cheap as hell, no one wants to go? Surely not the case, right? Indian has wonderful sights. Why would anyone go to India? Doesn't India have like the... What does India have? The streets? The Indian streets? Surely India's got something. Something that will bring in the tourist revenue. So this dragon's very annoying to kill, so I'm going to try to just not kill it, period. We'll have minions topside, maybe like a Hawk Rider going around as well. And then this. You would have a great time in India if you're white. Yo, I was told, because I had a teacher back in high school who would always go around the world. He was like a world history teacher, and he loved to travel, so it was like a perfect job for him, I guess. But he would always talk about stories about his trips abroad, and one of the places he went to was India. Now, he was like an old white dude, but he said like he went to India when he was younger, and they treated him like he was a superstar. Like everyone thought he was from Hollywood or something because he was white. How true is that? Like if you're white and you go to India, do you get preferential treatment or what? Man, these frames are awkward. Okay, we were able to navigate it pretty well though. Perfect. All right. We got everything we need. Everything we could want in life. And now let's just pull some traps. Let's also try to funnel the minions away from the traps in the peak by killing the buildings closer to the walls. Alright, let's just check for any traps. Oh crap. Well, one minion's gonna stay alive to to tell the tale. Guessing the other Tesla's on the other side. And we can use another pack of minions to sweep the top side. Frost on top of Blast the Dragon. Wizard Bomb on the peak after we tank it with like a giant. We have options on how we want to finish this. As for the zap, I think I'll just zap these huts just to make the minion a little bit more effective. It's not true at all in North India, at least. Okay. Surely India got some good tourist places before tourists go for the most popular sites, which is now over visited. 90% of foreign tourists only visit 4 particular sites. I see. I think my teacher went to like a lower income place, so it wasn't like one of the nicer places. But, like, he would get followed around by children, thinking he was some sort of superstar. Rare foreign tourists visit Northeast region. The percentage is very low in other sites as well. Okay, I think the peak has enough HP so we can still chain it with wizards. If you use a giant, I'm pretty sure it targets this wall and doesn't go towards like the cannon or like try to wrap around. Giant cannon's outside of range. Do I want to go with like a haste Sparky attack? I don't know. There's a lot of ground to cover. We definitely want 1 pack of minions. We definitely want a frost on this corner here. And then I don't know if a golem has enough juice, especially with the Inferno Tower still alive. We could also directly target the Inferno Tower after the golem's done his business, you know? Or we can start with golem on this trash hut. I think golem on the trash hut makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I'm out of hits, but we can switch over to Balloon Sky 16. Just need to be careful about zap traps. Might be Graveyard Hogs. I don't think it is. At least I would like to avoid it if possible. We're gonna go Golem. I think Golem works. If Golem works, you usually want to go Golem just because it's so like, it's so simple and it's so hard to mess up. YOLO. Oh crap. Well, wizards do pull some traps over there. That's good. Wait, Tesla. Oh no, golems. Did not expect Tesla over here. Bro, I hate you, Golem. I hate you. I actually hate you. How does he... Oh, there was also bombs on this Tesla. Oh crap. It's over. It was Graveyard Hogs. Ah, oh, crap. Are you serious? Oh no. Bro, I will never trust my Golem ever again to make decisions. I just want you to know, Golem, you are disgusting. Yeah, this is cooked. Darn it. Foreign vlogger will come to India, get into the cheapest hotel, and go into the bad reputation places and will eat in the most awful street vendors. No one even there except the laborers. Yeah, I think people only go to the best or worst places in India. There's never like an in-between. Time for a push-up. This is not even push-ups. I guess I had a graveyard hogs. Although I didn't like doing that. It's not even push-ups. At least I don't think it is. But man, this clan had so many defaults, but it has a peak like this. That's so annoying. The peak matchmaking this week. Let's see if there's push-ups though. I don't think there is. That one miner doesn't get healed up in time. Yeah. 3 gold off. Yo, Sen, I'm on a ship right now. Wi-Fi ain't good enough for Clash. Wait, if Wi-Fi isn't good enough for Clash, how is Wi-Fi good enough to watch a stream? I'm pretty sure Clash requires very little data. Oh, it's finally good matchmaking on stream. Oh, we were suffering for so long. All right, this is Builder's Workshop down. Wait, is this Golden Quarry modified? No. Balloon Lagoon is freaking cooked. Yeah, that's completely cooked. Wizard Valley is... it's a hard modification. But I think it's playable. And then... do this. And we're going to haste towards the outside. I always get the bars when doing attacks I don't trust. I feel like watching videos takes up some of the most amount of data. That's crazy you're even able to watch this at all while on a ship. Alright, good start. And if we get a little bit of chip down with the Larrys, we can finish off that Inferno Tower pretty cheaply. Okay. And I don't want to mess around with like a barrel on the Spear Thrower. Barrels here. So far things are looking good. Teslas are where we expect them. Rage here. Ram tank the giant cannons. Bar chip down a wizard tower. We're looking good. Send 12 peak, alright. Ship H-Virus incoming. What's up with the new hantavirus? I think the only reason why it's made the news is because everyone's got PTSD from COVID. Oh crap, Sparky's about to do something weird. Uh-oh. Hold on. We need to tank all these defenses around here. Okay. Yeah, I saw Sparky was about to grief me. I was ready. he was ready. But yeah, is the hantavirus actually like a big deal? Or are people just afraid because of what happened a couple years back? Bro, everyone will die of Hanta if you get off that ship. Connor. Sorry, Connor. You're on your own. You're on your own until you're deemed safe for the mainland. You're gonna have to fight with the other cabin mates for the rations of food. But don't worry, you're a clan capital gamer. You were built for moments like these. These high stress, high intensity moments where only one survivor can prevail. It's what Clan Capital, Sparky, and Golem has trained you your entire life for. But you do not get off that ship until you're cleared of that virus. I've been here since February, man. Not getting off in June, whether you like it or not. Wait, how long are cruise rides? Do people just like live on cruise ships? I don't know if 4 months is a lot or if that's standard, but that sounds like a long time. I could never take off that much time for work. Alright, looking good. People right now are not that scared. It's just because memes are awesome. Is it just because of the name? Is it because the name sounds like hentai? That people are just afraid? Or mockingly afraid? Or like the idea that it happened on a cruise ship, which just sounds so ridiculous, like it came out of a movie. I'm not working. I'm working, it's not a cruise. I'm on gas tankers. Oh, you're working on the cruise. Okay, that's cool. So you work in gas tankers, but it's pretty much a cruise. You get a free cruise ride every single day. And get paid to be on the cruise. Some live on there. I know someone just joined this cruise ship for years. It costs her 400K. Is she like super wealthy and she's just trying to live out the rest of her retirement on the cruise? What if something bad happens to like a passenger? Like if a passenger goes into, I don't know, sudden cardiac arrest or needs like hospitalization, does like a helicopter fly out or what happens? I've never looked into getting on a cruise because I get seasick pretty bad. So I don't think I would ever do it. Alright, that's cooked. And let's do the I was gonna say let's do the hardest one shot in the game, but this isn't the GM2. This is not the hardest, in fact. I think it was 10 to 15 years for like 440K. What? Wait. 10 to 15 years for $440,000 isn't that really cheap? Or is that 440K per year? Cause 400K and like the cruise has to provide you with food and whatever. I feel like that would have to be 440k a year. I get motion sickness in cars. C will kill me. Yeah. Like, I can deal with cars because I'm in America. Like, I've been in cars my entire life. When I was a kid, I did have bad experiences in the car because you don't get used to the motion until, I don't know, maybe 8 years old or so. But at this point, I can stay inside cars for however long and I don't feel sick. Alright, doing good so far. I will sacrifice whatever ship you're on, Corpsey. This man can't play Clash of Clans on his ship and he's choosing violence. I understand the feeling. Not being able to play Clan Capital it's truly a ghoulish experience. Totally understand it. The ship I'm on is so big that motion sickness doesn't even really happen. So do big ships like not sway in the wind as much? Like they're more stable? And Crops just can't get his message through. The YouTube algorithm's too tight. It's locked in on him. This one's nasty. I think this is not possible, right? You have to break this wall and then you're gonna get flanked by the multi-cannon. I'll give it to anyone who wants to try, but let's go to Sen 15. Or Sen 21. I miss it. Used to be rank 1 in Ireland. An Irish gamer. Let's see what we got here. This is rough. You gotta go like a haste approach. And then I Dragon Kill. Let's try this, this. Split minions. Frost here. I hear a sad doggo. You might need to be let back in. Split minions here. We'll frost on the blast bow peak. We only have one attack. Let's make it count. Oh no. Alright, let's let him back in. He probably got his shower done. Ah! Minions, do your thing! He's back after his shower. Mission accomplished. Okay, let's barb. Another one here. And we'll just keep the cam on the dog for a little bit. He's all clean. He smells nice. Okay. Barb, chip down the Inferno, please. Oh, those Teslas are annoying. Okay, we have to do some multitasking right here. Let's tank this rock artillery a little bit as well. Okay, we can't get the dragon kill, but we do get the blast bow. I guess that's good enough. And we get pressure. Okay, this is an okay first hit. But we don't have another hit to finish. He's alive after all. He's doing okay, alright. He's doing okay. The moment he comes on here, he starts living. Rat. Rat. Alright. Let's go to 715. They tend to be more stable. Yeah, the heavier the ship, the sea and wind will have less effect. Okay, that makes sense. But what if there's like a big storm? Do you go down like it's the Titanic? Defaults. These look like defaults. I can come back later. Looks like you guys already hit the peak. Internet base. Alright, let's go to this guy's 15. Crops, that's not making it through. That is not making it through. For this Balloon Lagoon, I don't think we even try this. Yeah, all these isolated defenses. You just go double frost. Zap here, directly target the rocket artillery and go next. AJ is doing a 24-hour stream, attempting to beat his own record, become #1 with a brand new account. Wait, is it that easy to be #1 in Builder Base? Like, can you push all the way from nothing to #1 with no restrictions? Like in Home Village, you can't do that because you only get 8 attacks per day. In Clan Capital, you can do that because you only can push up a little bit each week. In Builder Base, can you go straight up to #1 from nothing? Alright, this is a little bit strange. Let's do this. And go with this. It's gonna be hard to kill the giants, but we'll do send 12 peak after this one. Bro, really? Bro, I'm getting so unlucky. Hog Rider, make it to the blast bow. He made it. The rocket artillery kept splashing me just before we made it inside. He's gemming, plus there's no limit on attacks per day. Even in top leagues, there's a big builder base event going on right now, making everything faster and cheaper. Okay. Wait, does he have to gem all the way to max? Like, is he gemming every single troop? How expensive is that? Hot take, but frick builder base? That's not a hot take. That's the most lukewarm take I've ever heard. That might even be a cold take. That is the most uncontroversial take I've ever heard. Sir Simon Connor. Alright, we'll do that and that. So if, in theory, you need every single troop for builder base at the highest level, I don't know if you do, I feel like that would cost thousands of dollars. That's crazy to do. Let's do this. What is the easiest way to kill this? This looks so annoying to finish. Maybe this is fine. Okay, wait. Yo, chill. I'm not trying to shill for Israel, but let's chill on that. I need to be able to accept Netanyahu sponsorships, otherwise I won't be able to keep this operation going. Sorry. Those kind of comments aren't gonna fly here. Hog Riders taking out the air defenses and the spear. Okay, looking good. Yeah, this should be fine. Hello, Toto. No, not every troop and defense, just selective one. Also, the event is basically Hammer Jam of builder base, 50% off on times and costs. At the highest level for builder base, do you need to have every troop upgraded, or can you like skip most of them and just upgrade the broken stuff? Like, do you need every single option in order to compete at the highest level? Like for Clan Capital, if you don't have Flying Fortress, that's fine, but you pretty much need everything else. I mean, I can understand the fear from you. Any statement against them or Netanyahu is just a suicide note, I guess. No, it's not a suicide note, but in America, you don't get Israel money if you criticize, well, Israel. And that's way more powerful in our society than any death threats. Just look at our politicians. All of them are shilling for Israel every single chance they get. How many accounts do I have? I have like a total of 70, but I only play around 40-ish each week. When you factor in the stream clans. 12 raid, nice. Let's see what the next clan holds. Yawin Raimundo. Oh, it's a banger clan. It's a banger clan. This sounds kind of Japanese. Oh, it's a banger clan. It's a banger clan. Not default peak, but we'll take it, alright? We'll take it. Alright, Wizard Valley. Alright. Right here. Wait, oh no. Is that bad? Okay, looks like we're still okay. Normally the Sparky wraps around the other side, like it goes down towards that spear thrower. I didn't know if this was going to be bad for me. Barrel's here. Ram here. What did Infinity say otherwise in Slave Wars? Infinity is my sworn nemesis now. I'm not reading that, Krups. I'm not reading slander. Actually, I should get rid of that. I don't want that on my screen. We don't talk about those kinds of miners. We only use the clan capital miners. All right, we're gonna barrel here. Also barb there. Pull those traps. And we're good. GG. It's 11 p.m. here, so I'm a dip. Good night with the rest of the stream. Yep, take care. I kind of don't feel like doing defaults on stream right now. Let's just end off on some art. Good night, brother. Hopefully, the hantavirus doesn't do you in. Make sure you survive that ship. That you'll be the last one around, so we can spread the gospel of Clan Capital from wherever you live. Alright, let's just do some art to end off. Defaults do get a little bit repetitive, so we'll just do those off stream at this point. And do some coloring. Just to end things off. Oh right, send 12. Alright, we'll do send 12 and then we'll end off. Ah, darn, he was close on a 10.9. I'll let you know next week. Well, if you're not here next week, we'll know what happened. Oh right, it's this base. It's the right clan? No. No, we're good. Sen acting like he's not the main culprit behind COVID. I don't eat bats. Y'all accuse me of eating bats, dogs, and all kinds of exotic animals. Listen, I just eat chicken. I just eat American free-range chickens. The kind that goes into KFC. The kind that makes Colonel Sanders proud. All right, let's get another layer here. Underneath this one. And I pulled a reference for some of the colors. Do this. No. Tag should be later. This. Is it raw chicken? No, I never... Isn't chicken one of the few foods that you can't eat raw? Like one of the meats that will give you diseases? Like you can eat fish raw, but you can't eat chicken raw. Tell me that that's just sweat or tears. Yeah, it's just sweat. Why'd you think it was something else? Battles, you have a corrupted mind. Wait, where is the layer for this? She's looking down at food, alright. And then bottom side is gonna be all darkened. So let's extend. Let's actually clean this up. Wait, no, it should be like this. Like this. You look at Sentinel Wizard Valley off stream. Oh yeah, food is there because this is basically Food Wars 2. For sure, for sure, for sure. She looks like Makima's kid. Alright, we'll do the shading here. Where is the shading layer? This one. And then we'll do does this look good? Playing around with it, but no. I'll figure out what I want to do over there. Let's do shading on the shirt for now. I think the Cavs are winning today. Game 7 is in Detroit. I don't know. I feel like whoever wins that series is about to get clapped by New York, so I'm not too invested in that one anyways. Both teams have looked a little sus. Alright. Grab this color. Shade the bottom here. Oh wait, that's the wrong layer. Darn it. I'm so bad about remembering to change layers. Let's go with this one. Looks Maxi owner exposed. Who got exposed? Me? Do this. Let's do the top side. Actually, no, that looks bad. Should get bot side. This and then shade on the sides. He is the prime example of coaches don't play. Who are we talking about? This. Sen, when will CH2 be ready? So I'm working on the next scene, which is around 9 pages, and then there's going to be one last scene. But I'm hoping... Like, I took a little break because my hand was hurting, but now we're kind of back. So I'm hoping to get this next 9-pager out by the end of this month, which would take a lot of grinding. But that's the goal, and if not, I'll get it at like the first week of June. And then rest of CH2, probably aiming for end of July or mid-July. I'm taking it slow for now. And like the starting scenes are a lot harder for me than some of the scenes coming up. Cause like this series starts very slow. It's like this is like very slice of lifey at the start, right? With the first chapter just being Noelle at the restaurant, and then the second chapter just being her walking towards towards the cabin. And now this second part of chapter 2 is just going to be her meeting Arlene and Dante. So they don't even enter Amore until like chapter 4-ish, right? It's a very slow burn at the start. And it's intentionally so because there's going to be like a dramatic shift coming up. Alright, let's grab this color. Let's do this at the bottom here. And I'll finish up the arms off stream because I don't love this pose. So I'll finish up on the hands off stream and like the food off stream. Because the bowl and the pan doesn't look great either. So I'll figure that out. But yeah, thank you all for coming out. I'll answer a few last questions before signing off. Cavs might win against Pistons at best. Yeah, I think that series can definitely go either way. I'm not invested in it on either side. I just know my boss is from Detroit, so he loves the Pistons. Speaking is hard. Sen, does your mom know that you make manga? I don't know why that got censored. She kinda knows, vaguely. She knows I draw. But it's not like I show her and more afterwards. Check out the Looks Maxing owner right now. Alright, I can do that one last thing before I sign off. Let me first turn off my screen sharing just in case this is something horrible. I don't want to get in trouble for looking up something that I didn't know was bad. Looks Maxing owner. What am I supposed to look up? I don't see anything here. I searched Looks Maxing owner and I found nothing. Looks Maxing owner exposed? Is it this video? 1.4 million views 13 hours ago? Anyways, I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'll check it out off stream. Looks Maxing owner gets arrested. Looks Maxing owner arrested. That's just clavicular. Florida man. Oh, is this the Looks Maxing guy that got caught with CP? I saw this before. Like, he got caught with CP and then he started trying to defend in front of his fans. Oh, the black guy? Alright, I'll research this off stream. Just send me a clip or whatever and I'll take a look and review the Looks Maxers. All I know is Looks Maxing is a degen trend that I am not going to take part in. The black guy from the other image. This dude? No, that's not it. He got dog walked in the Mog Wars. Alright, I'll take a look after. But yeah, thank you all for coming out. I'll see you all next week, and take care.